Class 10, we are discussing mean. Okay, in last video already I have shown how to find the mean in direct method and deviation method. Now I will explain the step deviation method with the same data. Okay, now step deviation method, this is another method to find the mean. Only one restriction is there, that is class size. Class size must be equal in step deviation method. So this part already we have done in deviation, that is 300 to 325, 325 to 350, 350 to 375, 375 to 400. That already taken. Frequencies already we know, already we have taken. Class mark also we know, already we have done the class mark, we have already calculated the class mark. D, the means deviation, that is x minus a, we have taken this assumed number at 337.5. So x minus a 312.5 minus 337.5, we will get minus 25. So this minus this same thing, 337.5 minus 337.5, we will get 0. 362.5 minus 337.5, again we will get 25. And 387.5 minus 337.5 will get again 50. Okay, now here we have to find the new column, that is u. U equals to x minus a, that means the deviation what we have got, that will be divided by the class size, that is h. H is what? 325 minus 300. Already I said here class size or class length we have taken as 25. So H value is 25. H we have taken as 25. Now x minus a by h. What is x minus a? Minus 25. So minus 25 by 25 gives us minus 1. Okay. 0 by 25, again 0. 25 by 25, this is 1. 50 by 25, this is 2. Okay. Now F U. What is F? 3. What is u? Minus 1. So 3 into minus 1, it gives us minus 3. Similarly, 3 into 0, it is 0. 2 into 1, that is 2. And 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay. So 4 plus 2, 6. 6 minus 3, it is coming 3. Sigma Fu is equal to 3. Okay, now u bar equals to sigma fu by sigma f. Let us find out. That is 3 and this is sigma f equals to 10. So 3 by 10, which gives us 0.3. Okay, now sigma fu by sigma f, let us expand this part. Now sigma f and u means we know x minus a by h. Put the value here, x minus a by h. Now as 1 by h, here h means in the bracket, this is 1 by h. It's a constant term, so we can take it outside the summation. So 1 by h into sigma f into x, this is coming fx, and f into a, this is coming sigma f, and a is a constant term, so we can take it outside the sigma. So minus a into sigma f by, say, whole divided by sigma f. So sigma fx by sigma f 1 and minus a into sigma f by sigma f. So sigma f will be cancelled, we will get only minus a. That is why sigma fx by sigma f minus a is written here. Okay. Now sigma fx by sigma f, that is equals to x bar. That is the, from the direct method we know sigma fx by sigma f is equal to x bar. That is also mean. So 1 by h into x bar minus a. Now do the cross multiplication as it is u bar. So h into u bar is equal to x bar minus a. Okay, so we have to find x bar. That means the mean in the step deviation method. So x bar will be a plus h u bar. What is a? What is the value of a? We have chosen this a value as 337.5 plus h into u bar. What is h? H means 25. So 25 into 0.3. Okay. Place is not sufficient, so we can do the calculation on your own. You can do the calculation on your own, or I can write it here. So 337.5 and 25 into 0.3, it's coming 7.5. So it's coming 337.5 plus 7.5, it gives us 345 only. This is again the value of mean by step deviation method. Now I think everything is clear to you. All the methods down explained. We have already explained the first method, that is for ungrouped data. Ungrouped data means when the data is written in the only not in the group form, that means not in the class form. Okay, so that is already written, that is already done. That the formula we have got as sigma fx by x by f, sigma fx by sigma f. That is one formula for direct method when it is ungrouped. Okay, and another method already we have done, that is sum of the total values divided by the total number of values. So that is sigma x1 plus x2 sigma xi by total number, divided by n. That is also done. So that the formula already done. Next is deviation, that is direct method already done. Next, deviation method already done, and this is the step deviation. This is also done. Now we will start the exercise from the book, from your textbook. Okay. Let me rub the board. Now all the methods, I think everything is clear to you. Now this is exercise 26.1. That is mean, chapter mean, and exercise 26.1, sum number 1. What is the question? Questions: find the average age of 40 frames by direct method. This method mentioned here. If the method not mentioned, if you get in the question method not mentioned, then any method you can apply. And one thing more, for the step deviation method is very, very important. You should, at first you have to see whether the class size is equal or not. That is one thing. And normally step deviation method always we will follow for big numbers. If the data are very big, in that case only we will use the step deviation method. That will be very convenient for us to find the value of mean. Okay. Next, what is the age given? We have to find the average age of 40 frames. Age is given as number of frames given, and this is very easy. Ages, we can write x years. Age is obviously number of frames. That is f and fx. Okay. Let me write. This is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this is 4, 7, 10, this is given actually, 10, 5, 4. How to find this fx? Just do this multiplication form. That is 60, 112, 170, 180, 95, 19 5s are 95, and then 80. Okay, now add all this. Repeatedly I am telling you, use the scale. 40, and here sigma fx is equal to 697. Okay, then what is the average age? That is x bar, or we can write this average age is equal to sigma fx by sigma f, that is 697 by 40. Okay, that gives us 17.425, so we can write this as 17.43 approximately. This is the answer. Okay, coming with the next video.